everybody, I'm here. We're going to be starting switching shortly. I'm just finishing up my my switch list, and then we're going to get started. Let's get our locomotive started. All right, we got two people in here. Come and say hi, please. Let me know who you are. All right, everybody, welcome to some live switching for Sunday. This is Ron from New Haven Rails. I'm going to be your host tonight. And I set up a quick little switching operation so we can go through it. But just to give you a quick tour, if you don't know what the area is about, this is an industrial section of the layout. We're going to be switching out this industry here, which is C. Adams Manufacturing. We also have this industry here, which is New Haven Terminal. And then finally, we have the scrapyard. So let's take a look at the switch list. And for the locomotive, we're going to be using the 44 tonner. Just to show you where things are here. Where those two S1s are, or S2s, that is the engine terminal, soon to be engine terminal. And we also have the fuel pad where the 44 tonner is. All right, so let's see if I can show you this. I'm using the basically the industrial switch list, the industry switch list. So what we're doing tonight, train is NX1. We're using locomotive 0818. We're going to be pulling 3. So let's start off with line number 1. We have a tank car that's coming out of, let me see where it's at. It's at C. Adams, which is that Hercules tank car. We're going to be switching that out, and that's going to be going to the yard, and we're going to respot the Union Pacific. We also have the UP. Obviously, it's a respot. We also have a Reading box car, and that is hiding underneath that building right there. That's got to come out. That's got to go to C yard. And let's see what else. Let's go over to the scrapyard. We got 2 gondolas there. One's full, one's empty. We're going to respot the empty. We're going to pull the full one. So we'll take a look at the scrapyard. There's our car that's coming out, the CP, and we're going to respot the red car there. And then finally, we got 3 cars going into New Haven Terminal. And those are the 3 cars right there. And those are the 3 cars that I highlighted the other night on my last update. All right, so let's get started. Our train crew's ready to go. They did their test in the engine. let's get started. First car we're going to grab is that Reading car. So make sure all the switches are thrown properly. All right, 0818, you can bring it ahead about 15 cars for the join. Just so everybody knows, this area that I'm actually switching out did exist. I'm not sure how many industries were in the area, but when the New Haven used to bring the cars in through Mill River Junction, what they did is they used to drop them off in a small yard that was adjacent to the main line. And some of my original track plans show the little yard. It's not 100%, but it's accurate enough for me anyway. And what the New Haven did is they used to bring the string of cars in. They used to leave X amount of cars, and they only can bring 5 or 6 at a time down the area. So they would have to double back. So this is exactly how it's going to run on mine. Let's see if I made the join. Yes, I did. All right. Let me just stop the train here just for a second so I can explain something. Turn that bell off. All right, so the reason why I'm pulling this Reading car first, let's see if we can give you an aerial view. I got to take that Hercules car out of there, but in order to take those cars out, you have to actually drag underneath the New Haven Terminal building. But with 3 cars going in, these cars here going in, I'm going to have to make this pull first. Now, for instance, if these cars were in there and I still had to make this same move, I would have to drag this whole string of cars out of there to make this move. It's definitely a challenge to do it, but it just adds that much more realism to it. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm watching the chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this this Reading car on the outbound track. The outbound track is located adjacent to New Haven Terminal Building. New Haven ran the 44 tonners down at the manufacturers as well as the S1s and S2s, but that's as big as they come. That was a good hitch. And they also ran the HH660s down at Bell Dock. So that's exactly what you'll see on my layout here. I'm just using a simple skewer. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and grab that Hercules boxcar. I got four folks in here, 4 thumbs up. I appreciate that. I just got 5 people in here. This is cool. Thank you very much. Hey, Gary, that is a Bachmann Spectrum locomotive with a iPhone. It has lock sound in it with an iPhone speaker. I got 2 of those right now that are equipped that way. And here's another fun fact that I have to do to this locomotive. But back when the New Haven actually had to change out couplers when the 44 tonners arrived in the property. And the reason for that is they had to put the extended shank couplers on there because what would happen is they would actually derail in the sharp curves down at the manufacturers. So, all right, so we're simulating that the conductor's walking the train right now, hooking up all the brake hoses, releasing all the brakes so we can make our move. All right, so we're ready to go. I'm gonna have to go pretty slow through the turnouts with this UP cart because I'm gonna have to change the wheels on this thing. The factory wheel set that came with it basically have very little flange, if any. So I'm gonna have to change those out with some intermountain wheels. This is a cool move. So now we're going underneath. Let's see if I can pick up my phone. a dirty track. And that will do. I'll tell you, this building I picked up recently is really starting to grow. I mean, I kind of like it there. So I'm going to have to adjust this over here, but that should be an easy fix. Okay. So we're going to shove this Hercules powder car down the main line a bit. I need some room here. What we're going to do is we're going to go grab those 3 cars that have to go into New Haven Terminal now and get those put away. We got 1 car. half a car, 10 feet, 5, and that will do. Again, so we're simulating the conductor walking the train right now, tying everything up, releasing all the handbrakes, and we're going to be underway just shortly. But unfortunately, the yard crew left this place a mess, so we're going to have to clean it up afterwards. They didn't move some cars, and they left things where they weren't supposed to be. So we definitely have a couple challenges ahead of us, but all right. Here we go. Now we're going to go down to the scrap yard. We're going to take care of that car there. So I want to make sure all my switches are aligned properly. All right, here we go. All right. Come on. A little dirty track again. Again. Come on. Sorry about that. All right. I'm just going to drag this train up for a second. I'm going to make sure this track is clean. Just going to put the full gondola on the fuel track because I got the room, so I might as well use it. What is this thing? All right, so now I got to go clean up this yard now, because I got to put the other tank car that I put on sitting on the main right now. I got to move that back into the yard, but I can't move it back in the yard because the way my track is set up, I got to move some cars around. Like I said, the last engine crew didn't clean up what they were doing, so I'm gonna have to clean it up. All right, let's see. So we're gonna be grabbing. Let me explain what I'm doing first. Okay, so where the red car and the CP hopper is, this is an outbound track. This is an inbound track. So if a train comes in, engine first comes here. There's the way that they run around the train. But with these two cars here, I can't do that. And obviously with this this hopper here, this covered hopper here, I can't do it either. So I gotta take all these three cars out, and then I have to put them somewhere else temporarily, and then put them back. So definitely adds to the switching session. But I originally was gonna pull them off by hand, but I says, nah, let's have some fun tonight. And if you're wondering, that car is a modern car, but it is a 30th anniversary car from my train club. So that's why I run it. That's a good hitch. And technically, that car has got a build date of 1267, I believe. No, I'm sorry, 12 of 87. It's still too new for my layout, but that's all right. The good thing about those cars, those are AccuRail kit cars. There's only 60 of them made. So it is a limited edition. This area is definitely fun to switch out. It is challenging because there's such tight quarters, but that's what makes it interesting. If anybody's wondering, from the last update I gave, this track right here. Hold on a second. We seem to have a problem. Dirty track. When you think you got it all, as far as cleaning, that's what happens. I think it's time to clean the wheels on the locomotive as well. So we're going to put these cars over at the right behind the actual scrapyard here. And that'll do. And you can tell I grabbed the Hercules car, so we're going to move that in a second. Come on. So now we're going to come down. We're going to arrive on the arrival track. I'm going to show you what that's going to look like in a second. Put my camera back. I'm going to move the camera. Just give me 1 second. Sorry about that. That yellow paint on the tires. This is an old yard track from the lower Bridgeport yard. I recycled that piece of track, so that's supposed to signify a foul point. So this layout has 3 different ways you can escape or have the engine escape from a yard track, and this is one of them. Always have, when you're designing your yards, what I learned is always have a place for the engine to escape from, especially if you're coming in engine first. Something I learned from a real railroader. I'm gonna put the camera back, and then I'm gonna have to replug in my controller, so give me 1 second. Say this little Bachman's a really good runner. The only problem with them is you can't get gears from them anymore, so the gears that it has are actually 3D printed. There we go. Come on. This is embarrassing. My apologies. Let me know how the sound and the picture is, because this is my first time live streaming in about 2 years. So we're going to put this on the inbound track, but technically we have 2 trains that are ready to go to Bell Dock. So that will be part of our next op session. Thank you. Appreciate it. One cool thing I like about this area here is that I've been switching this area out for 47 minutes now. Roughly 45 minutes. Come on, give me a break here, train, will you? And I'm running at prototypical track speeds, the best I can. And I just switched out 3 industries in 45 minutes. So to me, it's definitely realistic. And I made a boo-boo. I forgot the Canadian Pacific car. So I gotta go back and get it. Lucky me. In case you're wondering how the New Haven actually did their switching, they used waybills and they sorted them in the caboose and they made their switch list from the waybills. So that's exactly how this is going to run. I do have switch list and car cards. We're going to see how they both work and see which one I like better. Oh boy. I agree. Yes, I am. I plan on using. That's a good question. Creepy was asking about if I'm adding switch motors, and yes, I am. I'm going to be using the old Pico switch motors that I had in the old layout for this layout, and then once the bigger layout goes up, I'm probably going to be using Tortoise machines. But there's nothing wrong with my Pico, so I'm just going to use those for now. I'm probably going to use about 12 of them. But I'm having a custom yard panel made to work those. Not every switch is going to be powered, though. But excellent question. And I can't wait till they get installed because I don't want to keep reaching over things. Especially on the other side of the layout. It's tough. Once the bigger layout is up, we'll be able to put some cameras on it and we can do continuous running. That will be neat to see. I got 10 in here and 10 likes. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you. All right, so this session is very effective scene divider. Let's see your shoulders around the corner. Just through the wall. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to be putting here as long as we're talking about that. We'll get back to the switching in a second. But that's what I'm trying to accomplish. This is actually on the manufacturers. So you can see that bridge there. And this is just the mock-up bridge for now that I'm using. But yeah, this will all be buildings. We won't be able to see anything. And there's the new building I put in. But I intend to use view blocks and dividers and everything to make this layout look much bigger than it actually is. This layout was only 14 by 6. And it's point to point, so it's just, there's no continuous running, it's just switching. So I'm going to be using that bridge right there. That bridge is going to be going over there. So that's going to work out very well. All right, so this yard engine is done doing what it's supposed to be doing. And we're going to uncouple it. Oh, thanks. How are they to build? That's the big question. What we're going to do with this engine, we're going to put it back in the fuel dock for now. Since it was sputtering a little bit, I'm gonna pull this engine and clean the wheels on it and everything. So this will go into the engine facility. We'll just simulate that this engine is going in for its 92-day inspection, and then one of the S1s is going to have to come out and go to work. In fact, why don't we do that? Let's do a cool move. Let's pull the... Oh, thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Let's move 0995 out. Start it up. So this engine was in for a 92-day inspection. So we're going to simulate that this engine's done, and we're going to put it on the fuel pad, fuel it up, and then we're going to bring the 44-tonner in for service. I definitely got to take a look at this area. I wonder why it's doing what it's doing. All right. All right, everybody. So that's about it for tonight. Just wanted to thank everybody for stopping in for this live switch session. And I'll do another one soon. It's probably not going to be the same time. It's probably going to be a different time. I just wanted to test things out, make sure everything was working okay, which I knew I have to do a couple things on this area here where the engine was stopping. But other than that, everything pretty much went nice and smooth. So what we're going to do on this, on the next session, I got those two trains ready to go. So we'll probably take this one first and then this one here. So I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, I guess hit the thumbs down, but appreciate it. So we'll see you at the next live stream, and then I will doing another layout update hopefully soon. I'm not sure what's coming out this week, but we'll work on something. But have a great night, everybody. Happy Labor Day. Talk to everybody soon.